Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Dr. Madhuri Srinivas. I'm a board certified dermatologist from India where in this YouTube channel I'm discussing all derma related short topics, flashcards, MCQs and any of the topics which you feel difficult in dermatology subject. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this particular video we are going to look at a MCQ from the vesiculobullous disorders topic, but before that, so remembering Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. So discipline and united action are the real source of strength for the nation. And so just like that for an individual, perseverance and focus are very important. Please have a focused mind and also persistent actions every day which are going to give you fruitful results, that is success, whichever you want at the end. So this is the MCQ which I asked. Which of the following are causes of drug-induced pemphigus? So DIP here stands not for distal interphalangeal joint, but it is drug-induced pemphigus. So these are the options 1, 2, 3, 4, penicillamine, penicillin, isoniazid, rifampicin. And if you have marked the answer as option C 1, 2 and 4, that is penicillamine, penicillin and rifampicin, your answer is absolutely correct. And I have seen many students jumping and marking the option 1 as penicillamine as the answer, but please don't make this mistake. Always see what this thing, what are the options which you have to mark in the exam. So you need to see the instructions very carefully, and this is the data related to this MCQ. So typically this drug induced pemphigus is going to present as pemphigus foliaceus in most of the patients. Almost 4:1 is the ratio of the presentation of pemphigus foliaceus and vulgaris. What does this mean? If 5 patients develop drug-induced pemphigus, then 4 out of those 5 are going to present with manifestations in the form of pemphigus foliaceus, and only 1 patient will develop manifestations in the form of pemphigus vulgaris. And you need to remember that both thiol and non-thiol groups of the drugs are going to cause this drug-induced pemphigus, out of which thiol group of drugs are more commonly associated with drug-induced pemphigus rather than the non-thiol group. So what are these thiol group of drugs? So basically these thiol group of drugs are going to have this group which is going to mimic and damage the desmoglein 1 and desmoglein 3, because of which we are going to see acantholysis happening. So the thiol group of medications which are very important to be remembered are penicillamine, which is almost responsible for 50% of all the drug-induced pemphigus, followed by ACE inhibitors, angiotensin converting inhibitors, and out of which captopril is the most important drug which you need to remember apart from other prils. Okay, and also angiotensin receptor blockers also. And in the non-thiol group, you must remember the most important example I am going to underline, and it is rifampin and rifampicin. Okay, so if you have to remember for the exam, these are the most important ones: penicillamine in the ACE inhibitors, captopril and rifampicin. And not only that, but you must remember that beta lactams and also, yes, because beta lactams are involved, even penicillin group of medications also can be responsible for drug induced pemphigus. So all these whichever I have marked in the green color, they are very important. So there is a simple trick for all of you to remember what are all these medications. The most important ones, of course, penicillamine, captopril and rifampicin. So you can remember this with the help of this mnemonic PCR. PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction, and here it is penicillamine, and also you can remember penicillin, captopril which is ACE inhibitor, and rifampicin. So these are the drugs, and other drugs which are previously asked were piroxicam and phenylbutazone, and if you observe, these are also starting with the letter P. And not only that, even phenobarbital is also associated, and it is also given in few of the books. So these are all the medications which are associated with drug induced pemphigus, out of which if you ask me, I would suggest you to just remember penicillin, penicillamine, captopril and rifampicin, PCR. And this is tomorrow's MCQ. Please look at the question and try to answer. So the question says, a middle-aged man presented with hyperpigmentation, diarrhea, nail dystrophy, hypogeusia, hair loss, and he is also having intestinal polyposis. So don't just focus on the hyperpigmentation and polyposis, but also you should observe that he is having nail dystrophy, which is shown in the picture. Nail dystrophy is there, and he is also having reduced sensory sensation of the taste, and there is also alopecia. So putting all these together, you need to answer this. We'll see this question in the tomorrow's session. And this is the topic for the discussion of today, and I hope all of you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Do join my other Telegram groups, Instagram group. Instagram also I'm having an account, so you just check out the links in the description and join all those groups, channels, and Instagram. And if you are having any specific doubt about dermatology, you can leave that in the comment section. And yes, the answer for this question, please do leave it in the comment section. I will check out the correct answer, and I would give a like to that comment. Thank you so much for joining this video, and do subscribe so that you will not miss out any of the future videos. Do hit that bell icon, and also do like this video and check out these videos which I have made previously. And I thank you so much for all your patient listening. Myself, Dr. Madhuryan Srinivas, your dermatology educator, signing off. Happy learning dermatology. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Bye bye.